What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Welcome to the Season 5, Episode 6, Sunday night edition of the Recap Show. Coming to you live here from the coach's room. What a wild day, wild weekend in sports, really. Good weekend as far as I'm concerned, for most teams anyway. But let's get into the recap and I'm flying solo again tonight because Ike is working and he didn't even get his picks in this week. Oh, um, I should say, geez, I'm so unprepared. Here I am again, unprepared. Um, Winner of the title and the belt this week, me. It's mine. Do I have it with me? No. Oh well, I'm always forgetting something these days. Total points for the coach, 19 points. Rose ended up with 15 points. I got both bonuses, Rose. We went against each. I got my upset special, Rose. So there you go. Let's get into the recap. We'll start off with Ypsilanti Lincoln over Adrian, 48-22 was the final score there. It was a cold night from what my sources were telling me. And sorry, Adrian, because that was homecoming for you guys, so what a bummer that way. But hopefully the rest of your night went well with your dance and stuff. Whitmore Lake upsetting Madison. I don't know if it was an upset, but, well, they both had the same record. So Whitmore Lake beats Madison 28-24, and I think that was Madison's homecoming game too. So kind of a bummer for them. What happened to Tecumseh this week, Ike? Tecumseh gets wiped out by Chelsea, 55-27, and Chelsea had the home field advantage anyway. But yeah, wiped them out. Onstead over Dundee, 20-6. Here's our surprising games of this season, and I can't believe this. And I just got done talking with my, it was last night. I was talking with a good buddy of mine, Cindy Crone, and me and Rose, we always pick on. Well, not really pick on. We like to make fun of those thumb teams sometimes. Not really make fun of them. We make fun of EPBP. And I can't even do that right now because EPBP is 7-0 with their win over Bad Axe. But just the fact that Bad Axe and EPBP are playing really good this season is crazy. Both these teams have had really bad losing records in the past. Anyway, EPBP over Bad Axe, 32-30. Hillsdale gets a big win over Blissfield, 48-32. This makes Blissfield's on a bad losing streak right now. My first 3-point bonus game has Hudson scaring my sideline buddy, my sideline reporter friend, Rich Hollowell, reporting in on this game this week, and he was one worried man. But Hudson pulls off the win against Ida, 12-7. So nice job holding on to that one, Hudson. They got that touchdown. It was in the fourth quarter. So it was a defensive battle from what he was telling me. Defense was a theme of the night for both Ida and Hudson. I called this one Mississippi State over on the NCAA college football. Mississippi State over Auburn. This was our other 3-point bonus game. Mississippi State over Auburn, and they won 38-23 was the final score of that game. And Old Miss gets another victory over Texas A&M. It was final score of 35-20. Baylor beats TCU 61-58 in a very close game. MSU, I guess, was in another hard-fought battle from what they were seeing on our other websites we check out. But they did beat Purdue 45-31. Let's see here. Oregon gets the victory over UCLA 42-30. This was Rose's upset special, and this was not a good upset special for Rose to choose. Georgia walks all over Missouri, 34 to the big 0. Ouch, that one hurts a little bit. The Under the Lights game, Penn State versus Michigan. Michigan representing, having 200 former players coming down to stand with Brady Hoke and the team. And God bless the fans, they showed up. Everyone showed up. It was a full house. Game sold out. And supporting their team, standing up for their team. Michigan gets the win over Penn State. 18-13 was the final score. Just rallying the troops the whole night long. I seen some energy out there. Not necessarily always on the field, but seen some energy on the sidelines. Coach Hoke was moving around a lot more and talking with a lot more people. I know there was alumni. There was former players over there checking in on the guys. Devin Gardner got hurt in this game, and he went back out there and played. And there was lots of discussion, should he have been back out there playing. But he hurt his leg. Nobody knows what that details. But he went out there and played the rest of the game and helped get the victory for us. And so Michigan over Penn State, 18-13. Also in this game, Gardner had to come out for a couple of series. And so we had our third string quarterback in, Bellamy. And interesting fact about Bellamy is he hasn't, according to the stats, he hadn't thrown a pass in a game since 2012. So Michigan fans are probably a little worried when Gardner went out, but he did finish the game. So go blue, as always. True blue. I will always be true blue. And Michigan gets the win over Penn State, 18-3. On to some Major League Baseball playoff action. Kansas City Royals get the win over the Baltimore Orioles, 8-6. And that was the Friday night game. So that was game 1. I think they won, though, thinking about it. They did win game 2 also Saturday night. So they're up 2-1. They're up 2-0 in the series right now over the Orioles. NHL hockey action. Disappointing night for the Red Wings. They lose. Well, we'll talk about this one in just a second, too. They lose to the Anaheim Ducks 3-2 in a bad call. Bad goal call. I'm not exactly sure on the details of the whole thing, but I was flipping back and forth between games because Hockey Kate couldn't do any more coverage for us for the night, so she asked me to keep an eye on things. And when I got to it, checked it out, Coach Babcock, I saw the final play there, and Coach Babcock would not leave his box or his area. He wanted an explanation. He was very upset. There was a call made. I don't know if it was high stick. It wasn't high sticking. I think it was tripping or something. There was a no call, but Coach Babcock was really upset. The refs wouldn't go and give him any kind of explanation. They just called the game over, and they started going the opposite way, and he was not a happy camper about that. So it's a questionable win for the Ducks. Even the Mickey Redmond and the other announcer on Fox there were just, and you know how Mickey Redmond is, you guys, those of you who follow the Red Wings. Mickey Redmond was arguing the point too. It was a bad call. It didn't get called. It should have been called. And you know, you guys will have to look that up for the replays or whatever, because I was flipping back and forth, so I'm not exactly sure what the call was. I just know they said it was a bad call, so I definitely trust Coach Babcock's opinion and Mickey Redmond. So there you go on that. Red Wings fall 3-2 in that game. Pittsburgh Penguins over the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-2. On to today's football action. These were some pretty early games, which is allowing me to get the show shot fairly early tonight. Well, not real early. It's after 5, so. But we get to the Lions with a big win today over the Minnesota Vikings, 17-3. Defense being the key to the game there also for the Lions. However, kicking still a problem today. Oh my gosh, it irritates me. We should have at least 2 more or 6 more points on the board if at least 2 kicks that maybe even 3. I'm losing track now. That should have went in. And my opinion on this, it is time to call back and see what kind of deal you can work out with Jason Hansen and have him come back. Yeah, so what? The dude's been retired for a little bit. Bet you he still comes back and does better than what we've done with our 3rd kicker. Anyway, Lions over the Minnesota Vikings, 17-3 is your final score there. Tom Brady putting on a show today. Gets the win for the Patriots over the Buffalo Bills, 37-20. And they said that Tom Brady was showing why he's Tom Brady, and people need to stop worrying about Tom Brady so much. But Buffalo Bills are who got the win over the Lions last week. They are on their and I love Tom Brady. He's a Michigan man. You know, I'm glad he did great today. But Buffalo Bills have their backup quarterback in. Well, who's now their starter, and he is trying to turn things around for the team, which he has really. So I guess a big win for if you're a Patriots fan today, big win for the Patriots. And I got my upset special of the week with the Cleveland Browns beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. 31-10 was the final score there. That was my coach's upset special of the week. Cleveland Browns have not had a winning season in, I think they said, 4 years or more, and they are now 3-2. So they're saying that they're getting hyped in Cleveland. Well, you know, they're hyped in Cleveland anyways because Browns are playing better. LeBron James back with the Cavaliers. Whatever, I don't care about that. But we'll get to that in a moment. Funny moment happened today and with them today anyway, or yesterday, I should say. Let's get to our NASCAR scores. I didn't give you the final score on that. Final score 31-10. Cleveland Browns over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your race went down like this. Kevin Harvick was number 1, your winner of the race. Number 2 was Jeff Gordon. Number 3 was not one of the guys we have on our list. It was Jay McMurray. I'll give you the top 5. Number 4 was Joey Logano, and number 5 was Kyle Busch. If you got 1, 2, or 3, you get a point for your race car driver this week. I guess after the race was finished, there was some heat, too, going on. I think Joey Logano might have been involved in this. Discussion. And let's see what we have here. Somewhere I placed something on it. Okay. Kevin Harvick won the race. Some quick stats, or get you some quick facts here about the NASCAR. NASCAR fight broke out apparently. Oh, sorry. It was Brad Keselowski hit Danny Hamlin's car on the cool down lap, and the two drivers had words after the race, with Hamlin having to be restrained by his crew. Wow, I wonder what happened there. Keselowski also hit the car of Matt Kenneth and Tony Stewart on pit road after the race, igniting a fight with Kenneth and the two teams. Wow. So, yeah. Not good there. That was a fight that broke out in NASCAR. You can see more about it on the Facebook page or on our Twitter page at Sports Frenzy 1 and our Facebook page on the Facebook site. And let's see. A funny video that was posted the other night. Apparently, when the Cavaliers and the Miami Heat were playing each other, LeBron James forgot what team he was playing for. And I haven't heard if he's had any comment on this. But apparently he set a pick on his own player for a Miami Heat guy. So, yeah, you might want to get used to what team you play for now, LeBron. That's kind of goofy. Let's see. Those who have been questioning the issues with the Redskin name, the Redskins owner, Dan Schneider, was hanging out with the president of the Navajo Nation, and the Navajo Nation was at the Redskins game. So I'm sure that's going to ignite another spark about the whole name thing, but we won't go into details about that. That's something you guys can look at the page about and talk. Last night game, ironically, it was weird. Last night, after the Michigan game was on, our former coach and his Arizona team, who were undefeated at the time, played. They were ranked 10th in the nation. Weird. You know, they've been asking Rich Rod about some stuff, and he had some things to say that weren't so pleasant. Well, they fell last night. They lost. And Mississippi State is number one in the AP polls right now, and that's the some of the stats have changed with the polls. You can look those up. Those are also on the Facebook page and Twitter page to see who are in the top rankings right now. But yeah, that's Mississippi State is your new number one, and you can Florida State is number two. I know those two right off the top of my head. And last thing I will cover for tonight's story, well, two things actually. The Eagles play tonight for Sunday Night Football, and this is the first time in history that they will be wearing all black uniforms. So I'm anxious to see that. That's going to be kind of cool. Eagles are like one of my favorite teams also, so I'll be anxious to see that game tonight. 7:30 ish, I think, is when the game starts, and the Sunday night football action. Last thing I'm going to end on is also on an NFL topic. Roger Goodell has been asked by NFL owners to relinquish his disciplinary duties, and they want a person in place for that. We will follow that story as it develops more, but the owners are asking for this. So, you know what that means. It all comes down to a lot of money and things like that. Owners, I'm not even going to go into detail on that. You can read the article and summarize what you think out of it. But yeah, NFL owners have asked Roger Goodell to relinquish his disciplinary powers. All right. On that note, everyone, have a great Sunday night. A good start to your work week. We will see you again for the Picks edition on Sunday. It is Sunday. We'll see you again for the Picks edition on Thursday night and for Friday morning's show. Have a great start to your week, everyone. And go Eagles for tonight. I'm the coach. Be blessed. Love you all. We'll see you again real soon.